Sheep fans, today we are at Ayr Livestock Market and we're going to be selling some prime lambs through the ring. I'm going to show you the process of getting them in, drawing them out and bringing them here. Keeping this one short and sharp and hopefully quite interesting. If you enjoy it, click the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up. Let's roll the intro and get started. There is around 160 lambs in this batch that we are bringing in today, and about 100 adult sheep in here as well. And 7 days ago these lambs were split off from the main batch and weighed between 39 kilos and 43 kilos. So it'll be interesting to see what weights they're at today. Okay, so just here's one I made earlier. We have the Tapari set up, ready to go. Folk were asking about how it grips the lambs. It's a kind of hard rubber that's on it here as opposed to some are like Velcro and get full of wool. This is like a hard rubber that's on here, very grippy. Seems to do the job. Obviously I've got it a little bit dirty now, but she still looks nice and shiny. Now the shedding system we're set up here, this is gate number 3. We're going to be shedding anything big enough to market into the small pen here. Gimmers, which are going to be set to 49 kilos plus. That's how we'll shed the gimmers out. They'll go straight through here, and our weir lambs will come through here and out there. Let's get some sheep in and get started. Oh, one thing you always must do, because I made this mistake the other day, make sure it's actually switched on. Green light's on, let's go. Okay, so straight away we have a problem. Well, this is the first lamb that hasn't been over 43 kilos. And I'll be honest, the trade is going to be slightly back this week, so I actually only wanted about 10. And I've put 11 lambs through, 11 lambs through, and there's 10 in here already, and only one out in the small pen. In fact, let's just stop and rethink this just now because this is going to be pointless. The lambs are all too big. Okay, so we've had a reset. We're now going for 45 kilos plus. I only want 10 or so. Real reason is trade's back a little bit, but we need the cash flow, so we need some money in, and we need to keep taking some lambs just to keep the cash flow going. You see how she works here. Big sheep runs in, 65 kilos, perfect. 70 kilos is just what we're kind of looking for a good mule. I don't like my mules any bigger. So these skimmers will do a bit of growing yet and we'll come up nearer that weight. I'm really trying to work towards that kind of 70 kilo mule. I think we're going crazy with the mule breed at the size of some of them. So that's just perfect. 65, they're all very similar so far, these skimmers. Right, Lammy. What's that at? 41.7. You know, once they get used to it, I can just sort of stand at the back of the pen like this here and just let them run. And they kind of filter their own way through and it makes life very easy. Now you see the difference now, that's the first lamb we've had over 45 kilos there. Shed off to the side. So hopefully we're a lot closer to our target of 10 lambs. Now it does mean that the lambs are going to get slightly heavy, but we might just work away pulling 45 kilo lambs for a few weeks. So what I'll do with the next lamb, oh no, that's a gimmer. The next lamb that comes in, I'll grab a hold of it and we'll look at the details of it, how it's changed since we last weighed it. So let's turn the auto release to manual. Right, so I see it shedding it this way, so it must be less than 45 kilos, so let's have a look. So that's 41.5. So it can't have put on much weight here since, oh I tell you, that's a bad one to look at because it's no ear tag, so I don't have the previous weight. Let's try that again, Cammy. Right, this lamb here, does it get an ear tag? Yes it does. You see me here, it's at 43.3 kilos. The previous weight, which is 1 week ago, was 41.2. So this lamb's put on 2 kilos in a week, which is 300 grams per day, just off of grass. They have Crystalix as well, the high energy buckets, but to be fair, they're not hammering them pretty hard. So I would say that's a reasonable enough weight gain. Let's try the next one. Dirty tail again, but they have all been dosed about 3 weeks ago now. And that lamb there, that's putting on 200 grams per day. And it's gained 1.4 kilos since we last weighed it. It's into 44 kilos, that lamb. So here they are, folks. Here are the lambs that have been drawn out. Now there is a blackie gimmer in there. She was obviously too small to make the gimmer grade, but heavy enough to make this grade, so she'll need pulled out. But here's all our 45 kilo plus lambs. Now bear in mind, these lambs, 7 days ago, these lambs weren't over 43 kilos, so they've all done more than 2 kilos in the last week, in the last 7 days. So now I've just set it to parry to hold the lambs, so there's no auto release anymore, so they're just being held. So I can just kind of see the lambs here if we weight details, 46.6 kilos. So this lamb had gained 600 grams a day since we last weighed it, which is quite interesting. Good fleshy lamb. Release. Okay, so here's our final group here. Tomorrow morning we're going to take these lambs to market, so let's either jump to the market or jump to the prices that we get tomorrow. Here we go. And once we get to the market, it's an easy one for the team because these lambs are being sold in one lot of 13 and it's going to be over in a few seconds. Let's see the sale. Okay, so £112 for our lambs there. That's fantastic trade, very happy with that. And if we add that, we've already sold some lambs that you haven't seen done because that's in between shearing and stuff, and Lizzie brought them in and various things, we didn't video it. So here is where our average is sitting for the year just now. And if we add today's lambs, here's where we are. So definitely a target for this year, keep it above that £100 mark and we'll be quite happy. Anyway, that's us for this one, sheep fans. We'll see you for the next one.